Hello my friends, welcome to another video here from Brazil for you in the United States. Well my friend, I woke up a bit late today. I didn't go to train today because of laziness, waking up early every day. So there's a day in the week when you just want to rest more, right? And today is my day. Guys, today I want to discuss a topic with you about how God is good in our lives. It may or may not seem like it, but here in Brazil, guys, the vast majority, the Brazilian people are a Christian people. And we guys, we believe a lot in God. There are various religions here, guys. Brazil is a mix of races, of ethnicities, and that's it. And what I want to bring to you here, my friends, when I was a locksmith, I worked for 18 years as a locksmith, guys. I dealt with car keys, residential keys, opened cars, worked with safes. I handled chipped coded keys, right? And I did locksmith emergency services. And we also worked with making stamps, those stamps for stamping paper, those things, right? We did various things. Worked with welding, repaired fixed nameplates, repaired those key buttons when they got damaged. We replaced everything. And I worked in that place, guys, for 18 years. 18 years. I left that job, it was about 3 times, but I ended up going back, right? Once I ended up leaving because of the owner's son, right? Then after a little while, I went back. Then the next time I left because of the owner's wife, right? And man, then the next time we left, when I left, it was the 3rd time, right? I left 3 times, that's right. That's correct. The last time I left was because they were wanting to sell the business. There were also some things there that we weren't agreeing on, right? And when we start questioning our rights, then from being a good person that you were, you end up becoming a bad person, right? So if you demand your rights, you end up being a bad person. And here, there was a change in the law, which was as follows. All companies would have to create digital pay slips, right? So everything that was to be done from that day until today it is still like that. Everything was digital. It has to be digital to prevent fraud, right? And in the past, everything was manual, but today he prints everything on paper. I don't know how it works there in the United States. You guys put it in the comments for me to know if it's like that there too. I think it must be much better there, right? There you get paid by the hour, right? We get paid by the hour here, but here we are cheated. I say that we still live in the era of slavery, folks. I say it, Then, okay, we left and all. Oh no, let me go back here, right? Wait, there. Then, okay. And then everything had to be entered into the digital elite. After leaving, folks, things that we didn't receive, like we didn't receive transportation vouchers. We had other things, profit sharing, which companies in Brazil are required to pay. We didn't receive that. After that day, they were desperate to transfer the business. They even offered it to me, but they wanted a very high amount for me to pay them monthly. Like they wanted to lease this business to me, right? But I didn't want to. And there was another thing, guys. I always worked as a locksmith, but it's a job I never liked, guys. I never liked working as a locksmith. I know the profession. If I wanted to start my own business, I would live very well. But man, when you don't like what you do? Man, I didn't like it. My dream was to work with YouTube, guys. With YouTube. And God, I always asked God for this, I cried, I asked God, and God ended up hearing me, right? Yeah, before we left, 3 months before we left there, my family, guys, is all Christian. They go to the CCB church, which is the Christian congregation of Brazil. And they go every week, they go to church. Me, I'm not the kind of person who goes to church, every weekend. No. If I go, it's once a year, right? And man, I know I need to increase my frequency of going to church, right? But even so, guys, me being like this, let's say rebellious, because I wasn't going. God heard me, guys. There are these online services on Wednesday and Sunday. So I was asking God, man, God, let me work with what I love to do, right? I wanted to work with that, guys, with YouTube. And God spoke to me on that day of the service. God spoke to me like this. You who are crying, asking me to help you work with what you love, I will let you. You will work with this and you will dedicate yourself. You will not lose your humility and you will help others. And man, then okay, I was like, wow, God spoke to me, right? In this service, God spoke to me. So guys, I was going, then it was another day. I had watched the service on Sunday. when it was Monday, as I was going to work, a guy came up, a wanderer, a homeless man, who suddenly came up to me and said, "Can I ask you for some information?" Then he asked for the name of a street. I said, "Yeah, it's over there, it's there. Man, you are a really nice person. I feel like sharing a word with you. Do you accept?" Then I said, "I accept." I've never been one to dismiss anyone. Never, man. Like, if sometimes a homeless person comes to shake my hand, I've always shaken their hand. I've never left anyone hanging, you know? I've never left someone high and dry like that, right? Lack of attention. Everyone wanted to talk to me, man. Even when I didn't want to listen, I ended up talking, you know? He said to me like this, "Look, I'm feeling something I need to tell you, and it's God who is telling me to warn you. If I don't warn you, I think I'll feel bad." I said, "No, you can speak. Look, God, He will let you work in what you like. In what you like, you will grow in this career that you want to work in. But don't forget, you can never forget where you came from. Help others." Then I was like really happy, you know? I thought, look, God sent an angel to come and confirm. Yes, God sent an angel to confirm a word for me that I already knew that I had taken hold of. And like, guys, then I went to work and I never saw that guy again in my life, man. Never saw him again. Never saw that guy again. I thought, man, that guy was an angel that God sent, man. He was an angel, people, just to confirm. And like, from that day on, things started to work out for me. I have other YouTube channels, as I said, okay, guys, and they don't generate revenue like that. Good. But I earn much more than I did at my job there. Even so, I have already helped my father finish his house. And there is a very large loan I took out to speed up the construction of his house as well. And man, God has blessed me. I have nothing to complain about. No way, man. I only have to thank God. Even going through tough times here, you see how my house is, man. I have nothing to complain about, you know? I ask for your help to comment, share, and leave a like on this video here because I still want to change my life. I will succeed. I am succeeding. But I'm climbing step by step, right? It's not the way we want. I'm growing as God allows me to move forward, right? And guys, I don't really have anything to complain about, you know? Everything that's happening in my life, whether good or bad, is because God is allowing it, man. Understand? So everything that happens in our lives, guys, whether it's bad or good, it's God who allows it, because sometimes God is testing you to see how you react if you're going to blaspheme. Because there are many people who face difficulties and start blaming God, man. God is not to blame for anything, dude. God is not to blame. The only ones to blame are ourselves, man. If something is going wrong in your life, it's because of something you did, man. Understand? And here you do what will be charged, you know? That's why, guys, you really need to hold on to God. I don't know what your religion is, but hold on to God because things aren't easy, man. Every day I place my life, the life of my family, in God's hands, because without our Lord Jesus, we can't live, man. We can't, okay? And that's it, guys. So, all right, after that, I left the locksmith job. I already had knowledge of YouTube because I had tried several channels and they had never worked out. Then, before I left the locksmith job, I studied and dedicated myself much more to how the YouTube algorithm works, right? I was practicing, I was making mistakes, I was getting it right. Today, I'm not perfect, folks. I'm not perfect, right? No one knows the YouTube algorithm. The YouTube algorithm is a secret that, man, is hard to figure out, you know? And well, but I'm getting it right. I suppose I'm getting it right. I don't have it right. If you make a mistake, you start over, and that's how it goes. You can't give up, and things are moving forward, folks. I studied a lot, created a channel, and it worked out. I have more than 12 monetized channels, folks. They are channels in the news and sports areas, right? Like I said, I didn't tell you in the other video that I know some teams from there. So the news channels that are about these teams, there, right? They are dark channels where I don't appear. I take the news, rewrite these news stories, talk about them in my own way, and get the images from YouTube itself and create and keep doing it. Well, folks, the video is getting too long. I think that's going to be it for now. I hope you liked it. Leave that like, comment, subscribe to help us grow. And this is my report from here in Brazil to you there in the United States. Guys, you can see that I'm humble here. My house is very humble, folks. I'm tired of showing you the ceiling here. The floor, man. So you can see how it is. The floor, you see. Later, I'll record myself at my parents' house, right? The house that we built. How beautiful it is. Everyone there has their own room. Here, everyone used to sleep together. They're at their house. There's my dad's room, my mom's room. Then there's the living room, kitchen, 2 bathrooms, and my sister's room. And in my house, down there, my house down there, it's bigger. I'm still working on it. In my house down there, it's missing my room. A lot of things are missing, but I'll still show you. Later, I'll show here. I'll still record there during the live up there so you can see too. To leave it for a next video, otherwise it will be too long. A long video for me. Translating the language into English takes a bit longer. So, guys, this isn't my original voice. It's a voiceover, okay? I'm translating the audio, okay? So, if there are any errors, please forgive me, because I can't understand what's happening when they're translating the tool. But that's it, okay? So leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.